It's a fucking nightmare, you bitch!
What is up, guys? It's me, TheGamingD, and welcome back to another video. Today, this is episode number 5 of the podcast, and today I have a special guest with me. If you remember him from the past, used to be in a lot of my videos, and this is, I think, the first video in about maybe a year and a half that he's been in, and yeah, I'm here with Dballerxx. Yeah, boy.
Hello.
Over here.
Hello. What's up?
Yep.
How's it going?
It's a going.
A lot of people aren't gonna be happy with this one, but hey, listen. It's
The past is the past.
It's hard to explain. I guess I should just say this right now. A lot of my close friends will be watching this, I would imagine, maybe, if they ever see it. I mean, maybe. Let's just assume they're seeing this.
Yeah.
They're probably not gonna like this, right? Because, in the past, if any of you guys watching this, obviously, Donald's viewers would know, TheGamingD, you guys would know that me and him, we had drama in the past. We went from being damn near best friends to like having a falling out and to like just drama, and then it was just crazy. It was going on for what, like months and stuff like that, and so
it went
his
on
friends
for like
hated
probably a year.
Yeah, I was hating him, he hated me, my friends hated his friends hated mine. It was just one big thing, and so, obviously this happening right now is going to catch a lot of them off guard, some more than others.
Like, I don't know about you, Devin, but
yeah,
most of my close friends that like are in most of my videos know that me and you are talking.
Yeah, I would imagine.
And they don't care as much, but I know when it comes to like your boys,
yeah, my friend, yeah, they take it a little bit more serious. I mean, hey,
they got a different salt level than most people.
At the end of the day, though, the way I see it is like, I don't know, the world needs to just move on, and like, I don't know, I guess they're not gonna realize, like, me and you have been friends for an extremely long amount of time, and
since like
that is the
2011.
past, and it was a disagreement. I mean, like, we've talked after that, after all that was over, we've talked about that, and we obviously made up and stuff, and
Yeah.
I wished you the best of luck, you wished me the same, and we went on our ways, not expecting to do this. Like, we weren't just talking after that, but it just came out of nowhere, and I don't know, I guess the timing was right, and yeah, whatever. I mean, the past is the past. If you guys who are watching from my channel, that know me from Fallout 4 mods, I mean, this was one of my closest friends at the time, and we've started talking again, and
me and him have been tight since the day he was messing with me.
Yeah,
COD
I met him.
World War,
if you guys
Modern
Call of
Warfare
Duty.
3, Jesus Christ.
Modern Warfare 3 was how we met. In the game mode Infected, where if you get killed, you turn into like a zombie, pretty much. Yeah. Me and one of my other friends were trapping him in a corner, and we got the entire lobby to join in to just trap him in a corner, and it was the funniest thing. And yeah, and then after that, he added me or whatever. We added each other. We didn't talk for a little while because it was just like one of those things where, oh, that funny thing happened, let me add you. And then Black Ops 2 came out, and a couple months after it had been out, I was like inviting random friends to play it with, and he was one of them. He joined, and we just talked ever since. We had a channel together, and yeah, I mean, we became close friends.
We had a channel up until our Fallout.
Yeah. Yeah.
Literally the Fallout.
Literally the Fallout. No mods involved. This was straight up.
Straight up.
Yeah, that's pretty much it, right? I mean,
pretty much. So, in this podcast, we're going to be talking about, obviously, gaming-related stuff. Because I'm a gaming channel, Devin's a gaming channel. I think it's a good idea for us to do gaming-related things for a podcast. Now, in my other ones, I've obviously talked about stuff in my opinion, but today we're gonna actually have someone else give you an opinion of what they think about everything as well. So I think that's gonna be mighty fine. Mighty fine.
It'll be good. That's how podcasts should be, and hopefully it'll be like that, for the future of your podcast. And if people enjoy this, me being on the podcast, maybe we can continue it. We'll see how it goes.
I'd like to have a podcast maybe like once a week. It'd be cool.
Yeah.
Have different topics, but
Definitely.
I haven't had one in a month, and then before that, it was like close to a year. So it's just
Yeah.
you never know. All right, so we're gonna start right off with some gaming news that some people might not know about Fortnite. Now, I talked about Fortnite in my last podcast. I didn't really like it too much when I was talking about that, but in that time I've given it some tries. I've streamed it quite a few times, and I'm here to tell you guys with Devin that they will be releasing next week a silenced pistol into the game. So I think that's a cool addition for a gun. And also, from January 5th to 8th, they're going to be releasing a special game mode for that silenced pistol, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep. Yeah, that's going to be silenced weapons, pretty much. There are 2 weapons so far, or 1, and there's going to be another one, where, there's the silenced SMG, and then there's going to be the silenced pistol. So just as them introducing it, I guess they're going to make it for like a 3-day event or something like that, where it's going to be, I guess the only weapons that you're going to be able to find are those, or maybe the only guns. I don't know if grenades are going to be involved, but you're only going to be able to find those 2 weapons. From what I can get out of it is the silenced SMG and the silenced pistol, I guess, to like celebrate or, to launch off that whole thing. So that seems pretty cool.
It's pretty neat. It's a cool addition to the game, and I think it'll bring more options when it comes to
I like the game. I really do like Fortnite because, they're one of the companies that really listen to the consumer. I mean, like, there was the 50v50 game mode that they released. They released the 50v50 game mode, and then, they took it away. Everyone was pissed because they loved it. It was one of the best game modes. And then, so they were like, screw it, let's bring it back. They brought it back, and people had more fun on it. And, when there are bugs, people let them know. They get on that right away. And, if people have an issue, they seem to just jump on it right away. And I like that. And it seems like, I'm not sure if, I would imagine they're like on the smaller end of being, a gaming company. And I really like how smaller gaming companies like do that. They listen to the community, and I feel like that's really important. And I guess the smaller, things in general, like, I get it a lot on my channel where it's like people always say thank you for responding to the comments.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's just because there's such an overload with the bigger companies and the bigger channels where you just can't get around to everyone, but I like how the smaller companies and things like that really do listen to the people. You know what I mean? Because it's like, it's nice. I don't know. It's cool.
All right, so that's gonna be coming out. It's gonna be different and exciting. I'm gonna try it out, maybe with you, Devin.
Yeah, definitely.
If you're lucky,
Yeah.
All right, so next thing we're gonna talk about EA. EA, in my opinion, is one of my favorite game companies, like, ever. Mostly because they make, obviously, the sports games that I love to play with, like, Madden and FIFA. Also, they make some pretty good games, in my opinion, like all the Need for Speed games. They made those, and it was great. And I think they're a good company for the most part. But recently, they have messed up big time, and I think it's probably the dumbest thing that they have ever done in their lives. Now, they've messed up with 2 games. One game already came out. That's Star Wars Battlefront 2. And the thing that they have done with this is pretty much made it so you have to do the microtransactions if you want to be able to do certain things. So, Devin, I don't know if you know about this, because I don't know if you, like,
Can you please like remind me about it? Because I know about it, but I don't fully know how intense of a situation. Like I know, just go ahead. Tell me again. Just remind
So,
me. 'Cause
so in the
yeah.
game, what they did was, so I played the beta. The beta was amazing. I had such a good time with it, and it made me, made me enjoy the game again. Like, cause I haven't enjoyed a Star Wars game since maybe, I think the Battlefront games they had on the PSP back in the day, back in like 2006. But what they did was you have all of these heroes or villains. So like Darth Vader, you got Darth Maul, you got the typical like people like I think Yoda's in there if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
But you have I think two people unlocked default. You have one of the heroes and then one for the villains. And in order to get those people, you have to either play thousands of hours on multiplayer in order to unlock all of those, or because you need a certain amount of points and it takes a lot of points in order to unlock them, or you can pay for all of them. And
Yeah.
it was
Pay to
just
win.
yeah, pretty much just pay to win,
Yeah.
and it was the dumbest thing that they have done. And they ended up, I think it was like a week after the game was released, they ended up taking away the microtransaction part of the game. So you couldn't buy any points to buy these heroes or villains or anything else like their loot crates or whatever to get like certain perks and stuff and guns. So you had to get them manually by playing thousands of hours online. And that made so many people mad, and they just kind of like pushed people away, and it was dumb. Now, Devin, I don't know if you know about this, but the thing coming out in I think March that EA is releasing, UFC 3. I think you played 1 and 2, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
okay, you know how in my career when you played
Mm.
on 2 that you could, fight, level your person up, and all that jazz, doing your thing,
Yeah. Yeah.
like just by playing the game and like being good and stuff like that. And then they ended up adding in like this Ultimate Team feature where you create a character, you buy packs, stuff like that. Typical EA thing when it comes to their multiplayer.
Yep.
But in this new game, UFC 3, in order to get a fighter, let's say you want to play as like Chuck Liddell or Conor McGregor, for example, you have to either like earn them by playing like online games, get the points, do stuff like that, or you have to buy them in microtransaction form. And they even made it so when you're playing your career mode, if you want to, let's say, like if you in the older games, you would level your person up, and you would, if you want your right-handed punches to be stronger, you would obviously be working on your punching more. But in this game, you have to actually buy it with money and get them in loot crates in order to upgrade your person. So the whole game is basically online, and you can't do anything without microtransactions, and that just pissed people off extremely.
You know what's really sad?
What?
Video games used to be the game was $60 and then you just buy one expansion or something like that for 15.
Exactly.
You know what Black Ops 3, for the biggest example, Black Ops 3 is 95% DLC. I swear it takes up
It is.
more. If you have all of the DLC, you're going to be downloading more of it than you like have of game. Like, you know what I mean? There are 5 DLC packs for it. It's crazy. Like, you're paying so much money. Destiny 1, for example, had a $35 DLC expansion pack, which
Dude,
came with 2 DLCs.
they
Then later on,
kept
it came out with a
releasing.
$40 pack and a $30 pack after that. It's like,
Dude,
it's crazy, man. You
Destiny
can't just
just
get
kept
an actual game
releasing.
anymore.
They just kept releasing brand new games. Like, say that they're like new games, but it's just the original game with the DLC connected to it. So they just kept releasing the same game over and over again with just like a $15 DLC connected to it.
It's sad. It's really sad to see the way the games are going. I mean, it's just like people are so greedy. Like going back to Fortnite, like a game like that you know, where they're constantly giving us support. It's a free game. You don't even have to pay for it if you don't want to. And you know, I'll
it gives
throw
you the
$10
option
at a game like that. Yeah, it gives you the option. You know, you're not forced into buying all this stuff. I'll throw $10 at that game. I bought the Battle Pass, so
Yeah.
I could, you know, it's only $10, you know, and I'll support their company. I mean, why not? And like games like Overwatch and stuff, I haven't played that game in a really long time, but something like that where they're constantly coming out with free characters and maps, you know, they can make you pay for all that. You know, GTA, I don't buy the, you know, shark card money on there, but like, you know, they keep releasing free DLC where it's like, you know,
Yeah, they could be making us pay for that.
Yeah, they easily could if they were money hungry, but they're not. And it's insane how it's just optional. You could buy these shark cards to give you, you know, to get this sooner, but you don't have to. It's great.
But like about this whole like EA situation, it honestly pisses me off because I've had every UFC game to come out. I got from I got PS3 like UFC Undisputed 2009, 2010, UFC 3. I got UFC 1 and 2 on PS4. I wanted to get 3, but I'm debating now if I actually want to get it. Because if I play online, I'm going to get wrecked. Because you got people that are going to be paying for stuff. If I play single player, I'm going to be getting wrecked because I don't want to pay for all this extra content.
It really makes you think about how the future of gaming is going to be, you know?
Yeah.
Like, what games, like, is Red Dead, well, obviously not Red Dead Redemption, because, you know, they haven't done it with GTA, and why would they start with Red Dead Redemption 2? But, like, other games, like, I don't know, how is Far Cry 5 going to be? Are they going to be doing stuff like this? Or, you know, the next Call of Duty, is it going to be worse than how, you know, this one is? I'm not saying, like, this Call of Duty is bad, but are they going to make you pay even more? And, you know, we're going about Call of Duty, I feel like they have sort of, in a way, refined the system of, you know, buying supply drops in a way, because back on Black Ops 3, as a big example, me and my friends always like to call them pay-to-wins, because literally we were so good at the game. We were really good every time, top of the lobby, top of the, you know, doing insanely good. And anytime, you know, we put so many hours into Black Ops 3 and would never get any of the pay-to-win weapons. And like I said, we call them pay-to-wins because literally we would never get them from drops. And obviously it's like random chance or whatever, but like we would know people that just suck at the game that just, oh, let me open my first supply drop, and they just get it, and it's crazy. And then like it was all random chance. There was no challenge that you could do to unlock the weapons and stuff. And now I feel like they've started to refine it. Now in World War II, the newest Call of Duty, you could literally just, you know, there are daily challenges or special challenges to do now.
I like how they did it in that game.
Yeah, you just complete 50 matches or whatever. You don't have to win. You don't have to lose. Complete these matches. You get the weapon. I like that. I think that's really good. And I like. I don't know. I think they're going in a better direction where if you want to, you could spend this money and you could get this stuff if you want to spend the money, whatever. But you don't have to get new weapons to give you it. Because you think about it, it is sort of like a pay-to-win situation in that aspect on like Black Ops 3, because like it's. They're weapons. They're stat-changing things, you know? They give you an advantage. There were weapons in that game that literally, when people had them, you were going up against them in Black Ops 3, and it's like, this, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. I like the way they're doing it now. And some companies get it. Some people are, I guess, taking EA as an example. And like that's what I said, like, companies should look at them as an example on what not to do. I mean, they create amazing games. Don't get me wrong. The games they create are visually stunning. They're amazing. Like everything about them seems to be amazing, but it's just you know, the microtransaction side of things just needs to,
Like, they
in the
took, like,
gaming world,
microtransactions to
yeah,
a whole new level. Like,
yeah,
we were just
it's
pissed
crazy.
because, like, mainly gamers were pissed because you had to buy weapons, you know, to be good in a game.
You had to buy the game that you paid for. You had to re-buy it. You couldn't, like,
It's
the game
crazy.
DLC didn't even come out for the game yet, and you have to buy. You have to start
Yeah.
paying. I just went to the store and paid $60 for a game. I don't want to have to buy even more when I get home, so I can play with my favorite characters in multiplayer. I don't want to have to do that. You know, Star Wars is so big, you know, and people
know.
want to play with these characters that they've been watching forever. You know what I mean? Like, people are so into the lore of it, and they don't want to. You know, if they did that with a Fallout game, like fucking paid
Yo,
$20 to play
no.
as, you know, Three Dog, that would piss me off.
Yo, did
They're
you
already
know?
doing it on Fallout.
Did you know the only reason why they took the microtransaction thing out of Star Wars for a brief time was because Disney
everyone was
owns
pissed,
the rights
right?
to Star Wars, like the name, and they
Yeah.
knew people were getting pissed, so they didn't want any
Mm.
bad attention towards their game.
On Disney.
So they
Yeah.
made EA take it out. So it's like,
Yeah. Oh, I mean, I hope it gets fixed. I haven't gotten the game, and I've personally wanted that game just for the story.
dude,
I played
it's
Battlefield.
a good game.
Or what is it? Not Battlefield. I've played Star Wars Battlefront, and when that game was only multiplayer. Now they've introduced a story mode to this one. I'm pretty sure, right? And I
Yeah.
wanted it for that reason, because you know I did like the multiplayer in Battlefront when I played the first one. But like a story mode seemed really awesome, and I wanted to get it. But like, do I really want to give my money to a company like that? I don't know. I don't feel like supporting that.
Gaming
If
is
it gets
just
fixed,
fucked.
maybe. But
Gaming's
we will
screwed.
see.
Alright, let's get off of this topic, because we could honestly go for an hour just
You can
talking
go
about
forever.
crappy
Yeah, I know.
game companies. Alright, speaking of crappy game companies, we're going to start talking about the dead games of 2017. Now on here we have one game that technically did not come out in 2017, but the DLC span of it did go, you know, into 2017. So, first game, Friday the 13th, the game. That, Devin, did you
Which came
play
out
it?
this year?
Did you play it at
I
all?
did not. I chose not to spend my money on that because it reminded me too much of the game called, I think it was called Evolve, and that game died off so quick.
Yeah.
Which that is a big example of a game that just died off quick, and it just seemed like this one. I mean, obviously you're gonna have people that still play the game, but it's like
Yeah.
it's not. You know what I mean? No one's real like the hardcore fans. They'll still play it, but like it's not gonna have that strong multiplayer, you know, retention.
Now, I played
Anymore.
this game for quite some time. I bought it the day it came out because I knew it was coming out. But on release date, they, for some reason, after all of those people that backed them on like Kickstarter or whatever to make their game, they didn't realize how many people were going to, you know, get onto the game all at once. So they didn't have enough server space, and their servers just kept crashing and crashing for like a month, like non-stop. Now they finally have it all fixed, but they're not doing the game right. Like, they're releasing DLC, like some of it's free, some of it you gotta pay for, like special like clothing packs, and for some reason you need emotes in that game, and they just didn't do it right after it was released. So that's definitely a game that's dead, because you will maybe find
Oh,
a couple hundred people on the game
now
still to
real
this
quick,
day, and it's
I just
less
thought
than
of
a
another
year.
game. Real quick, I'm sorry. Did No Man's Sky come out this year too? Didn't
No,
it come
that
out
came
this year? Or
out.
was that last
That came out last year. Wait, what the fuck?
2016?
What the fuck? Hold on. Just keep talking. I'm scrolling through my
Alright.
channel.
Because that game, I mean, from what they've been doing to it, I've heard like they've made it into sort of like not really Minecrafty. You know, I
They
guess you
made
could
it
say
into like Minecraft.
yeah,
Like,
Minecraft in a way,
honest.
right? Like now you could build bases and stuff, which that should have been in the game from the beginning. If that was in the game, I would have stuck with it. I returned the game a long
Yo,
time
did you
ago.
know they still
but-
have it where you can't see people in multiplayer?
See, that's so dumb. All they have to do, make it so you could play with your friends. That game would be such a hit. It would be so big. But you know, the way that in the state that the game is now after all the updates, I think the game, from what I've seen of it, I don't have it anymore, but from what I've seen of it, they really made it better and more replayable and enjoyable. So you could actually make a base on a planet instead of, you know, having to keep going and exploring and stuff. They made it more of like a, you know, you can make a home. And I think that's fine. The way when it first came out, though, definitely was a train wreck.
Yeah.
It was fun for the first few hours and stuff. Or
Dude, I played that
days,
for a day straight. Like, the whole day I played it. And I have not touched the game since that day. It was just...
I grinded the hell out of it, but the only thing... It was just so misleading because, you know, they hyped it up. Oh, there's some mystery at the center of the universe. Literally, the only mystery was that when you get to the center, you get put into a brand new universe. That's it. And that was extremely disappointing.
Dude,
and that's one of the reasons.
What was disappointing to me is they said it's going to be multiplayer, and it was not multiplayer.
I thought you were going to be able to go on space adventures with your friends, but no, you have a small chance of seeing someone's discovered planet.
Even if
randomly,
you do,
you know,
like, get into a game with someone, even still to this day, it notifies you that someone else is in your world or whatever, or universe, and you can't see them. You can see their building that they've made, but you can't see them. And it's like, what's the purpose?
Yeah, like I said, I feel like if that idea and all of the things that are in the game, everything, if that was given to a company that was way bigger, that was able to handle it and, you know, had a bigger
like
staff
EA?
behind it, something like that, you know, anyone, and a bigger team, maybe, yeah, that would be microtransaction hell with that. But yeah, like a bigger team, right? Just a huge AAA company, and you know, I feel like it could have been done way better. I feel like maybe their team was too small.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's kind of like the same situation with Friday the 13th. The team was
maybe
like
they should have
10 people.
Maybe they should have waited a few more years or something to just refine it. I don't know.
All right. Next game we got obviously Star Wars. Like that like it's a popular game, I mean, but yet again it's still kind of it's a dead
game. It kind of died out, I would imagine. Now I don't have it, but I would imagine that the multiplayer has maybe died down a little bit, right?
The story is most likely is still like skyrocketing, but I think the
people are probably
multiplayer
still buying it for
down.
the story mode, and
All right, we got another one, Infinite Warfare. Now that was just a train wreck.
Yeah, so that came out in 2016, but it's on the list because, you know, the whole DLC season it runs through 2017, so that's the Call of Duty you're going to be playing of that year, right? So, I mean, that game, it was Call of Duty in outer space. I mean, what else could we say, right?
Let me tell you a story about
this. Not only that, but go ahead,
Freaking, so, you know Jack.
Yeah.
Me and him were watching E3 together. We were watching at the same time. And the trailer to Call of Duty Infinite Warfare comes up. Like, obviously, it doesn't show the name or nothing yet. It just shows gameplay in space. And I was like, yo, Jack, this is definitely like a new Dead Space game. Like, I thought it was Dead Space, like, for like the 5 minutes that it was playing, and then all of a sudden I just see the Call of Duty logo pop up, and dude, it brought a tear to my eye. I was like, oh my god, dude, I'm gonna cry. Like, they ruined it.
I mean,
Infinity Ward has not been doing great in recent years.
The thing is, right, so what I've heard, and from my knowledge of it, is that after creating Modern Warfare 3 or maybe even Modern Warfare 2, I know like most of their staff or something like that.
Yeah, they
something
all
along
moved.
the lines of most of their staff left. Yeah, so they have a whole new team, and that's why at the time Call of Duty Ghosts was considered to be like the worst Call of Duty because like, you know, it wasn't that great. It was by a new team, and honestly Treyarch really picked it up. Even though they created a jetpack Call of Duty, you know, Treyarch,
they did it in their own way.
in my personal opinion, I feel like that was the best one to get jetpacking in it. I feel like if Black Ops 3 was the only Call of Duty to have jetpacking in it, and we erased Advanced Warfare, we erased Infinite Warfare, we just had Black
I
Ops
don't know,
3.
because I kind of like Advanced Warfare just for the fact that there's not like you're not getting rewarded kill streaks for being bad, like the specialist in Black Ops 3.
That game did certain things all right, but I mean, still, that was the one that really emphasized supply drops.
Yeah.
If you think about it, like they really fucked Call of Duty. But you know, like either way, I feel like Black Ops 3 was a great game. Like honestly, I had an insanely good time on it for it to have jetpacks.
I think I prestiged like 8 times or something like that.
Oh yeah, I made it to Master Prestige level like 100 and something, maybe like I don't know. I really had a great time with it, and I feel like, you know, Treyarch knows, they know how to make games. They're still putting stuff into the game right now.
Yeah.
And I think they're up next, right, for the next Call of Duty. I think they're going to come out with the next one.
Yes, they
2018.
are.
So.
Yep. So hopefully
that's
interesting
to see what they do. Yeah.
All right. The next 2 games to talk about are mostly, I'd say, things that I've played. I don't think you have played either of these, Devin.
No.
Spin Tires, Mud Runner. It was like a remake of a PC game that was like, it was made from like a Kickstarter, I think, and it's just a small group of people. It's a very realistic, like, driving game. Mostly it's like the whole objective is for you to unlock all these maps, and it's a struggle because you have to like go pick up logs, bring them to a certain place, and also the terrain is just crazy with like mud, water, like rivers. It's just crazy, and it's really realistic. I think this was kind of a dead game because they did not add the feature for mods on PlayStation. I think that would have been good for the game overall, like they did on PC, but I don't know why. If they can have mods for Fallout 4, like a game like that, on PlayStation, and on freaking Skyrim, a game that's like, how old? Like, it's pretty old.
Very old. Very old.
It's an old game.
Yeah.
If they can have mods on games like that, I think they can have mods on games like this, because it would add so many different things to it. And then another game is City Skylines. Now, I did a game review on it, and I kind of praised this game a lot. It's kind of like a Sims game, where you build a city, like you're the mayor or whatever. You build the city however way you want. You gotta, like, do all these different things, you know, to figure out how to run a perfect city. But what they ended up doing was they have, I think, 3 DLCs, 3 or 4, with like natural disasters, so like tornadoes, like hurricanes, tsunamis, stuff like that could possibly happen. Like even meteors can strike down upon you. You have the snow DLC that gives you like all these different things for snow and such. And then they have like these, I think, transportation DLC where it adds like all these different types of trains, trolley cars, stuff like that. But the game default was like $40, and you needed to give another, I think, $30 in order to get 3 DLCs. Now that killed me right there. I did buy it. I did buy the season pass, but I think that ruined the game for a lot of people on console because they're cheaper, way cheaper on PC. So, that's all I gotta say on that topic. Now.
Yeah, I've never played that game, so I don't know, but yeah.
I think you'd like it. It's like spending hours and hours of your time just building a city. It's crazy.
Seems interesting. Yeah.
Cool. Now games we have to look forward to. I know Devin is looking forward to the new Ark DLC.
Oh yeah, that
Even
one is
though
going
one just
to...
came out, this man's already waiting for the next.
So let me talk about the new Ark DLC. So I've really started to get into the lore of Ark, and I don't know an extreme amount about it, but like from what I know, it's just very interesting. I'm not going to get into it right now, obviously, but the next DLC that's going to come out, because if you complete this, the DLC Aberration that was just released, if you do complete that, you get a cutscene at the end of your character ascending and doing this, like, you know, he goes into outer space, like typically how you ascend in the first map, the island. So you get a cutscene here as well, and it seems like you go to Earth in this one, because if you don't know, like, the arcs is what they're called.
Yeah.
They're all floating in outer space, and but instead of going to a new arc that's floating in outer space, you literally go to Earth, and you wake up in this area, and there's just lava everywhere, and I don't know, it seems like it's gonna open up and close out
It'd be
the
cool
story.
and different.
It would be very interesting to see for story-wise. I'm really into the story, and I'm really hyped up about it, and I don't know, it just seems like there's a lot of potential behind it. So, I don't know, I'm really hyped. But yeah.
So we got the next game, The Crew 2. Me and Devin played The Crew, like the original one when it came out. We had a grand old time driving across the US of A.
With The Crew too, like, maybe you've looked into it more than me. I don't know if you have. What's gonna be really different?
So
I don't know. Last time I played it was when the first. Yeah.
Did you hear that?
I never played. What is that?
Dude, that's me rubbing my hands because I'm about to tell you some wonderful news.
Some spicy news. Well,
yeah.
Let me tell you this. The last time I played The Crew was before they added in, like, the motorcycles and stuff. So I haven't played The Crew in a really long time. I don't know if that was DLC or an update.
Yeah, that was DLC.
Alright.
Alright, so in the first Crew, they added all this DLC to have all this other, like, cool things, like off-roading vehicles, motorcycles, stuff like that. This game, now they're making it like you can either play the game with a car racing, you can play it being some off-roader if you wanna with like a motorcycle, or you can play it only racing in airplanes. Now,
what?
It's cool because they added, I think the main city that they added was New York City. They didn't have it in the last game, so now you got all these skyscrapers. I think they have like 6 new cities, like main cities that you can go to, and it's just really cool. And you can switch between all of these vehicles just by a like tap of a button, and it's just gonna be good. I'm excited.
Yeah, that seems cool. Yeah, I'll definitely be picking it up. Might do some videos on my channel. Who knows? We'll see how it goes.
Yeah,
but
I'm definitely.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. We should do a road trip from one side to the other.
Dude, that'll take like 45 minutes.
Right. We should do it.
That'll be as long as this podcast.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll see how it goes.
Next game, we got Red Dead Redemption 2. I honestly don't know what to say about it. Other than,
I can't believe it's coming out.
Yeah, I thought they were going to have another GTA come out. But I guess GTA's got another year, maybe. I
really am excited for this.
Now, I never beat the first one. I played it a little bit, but I never beat it.
Now, so I'm not going to spoil anything then about the first one, but
I know the main dude like dies and stuff, so
yeah. Okay, so he dies and he plays his son in like the after credits. So I don't know if you're going to be playing as, because I'm pretty sure there's going to be like 8 main characters. I don't know if you're going to be able to switch between them. Might be pretty interesting if you can. I feel like they might do that approach because in GTA 5 you had 3 different characters, so maybe they will take that approach, which would be pretty cool. But yeah, I don't know. I'm a big fan of the Wild Wild West, and like, it's gonna be really cool because there were so many Easter eggs in that game, and just I don't know. Red Dead Redemption 1 was amazing, and I hope that maybe they do come out with like a zombie DLC as well in the future.
Yeah, like they did before.
I think you were able to get like a unicorn and stuff in that game. It was pretty funny. It was awesome. I had a good time. So
we're looking forward to that. We got Far Cry 5. Honestly, I'm not looking forward to this too much.
I had a great time on Far Cry. Now, I'm personally really looking forward to this because hopefully it has co-op. Me and one of my friends, we always used to play Far Cry, what was it, 4? Which was one of my one of my favorite games, actually. Yeah, I had an amazing time on that game, and I don't know. I think it was my first platinum trophy on PlayStation 4 as well. But we just had such a fun time on the co-op of it, and the only reason why I didn't get Primal, the other Far Cry game, is because it didn't have co-op, and that was just such a fun feature. And I don't know. I loved messing around on there. You could just do so many funny things. It was just a good time, and hopefully this new one has co-op. I didn't look into it. I would imagine it would. But yeah, apparently like you're in the South and a bunch of racist people are there and you gotta rebel. I don't know. I haven't looked into it too much, but it takes place in America. It seems cool. I'm from America, so it's gonna be interesting to see how they made my home country look in a video game. In like a game like that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So in really detail, I know like you can go fishing, you can go hunting, and it's fun. I don't know. I've always had fun with Far Cry games, so we'll see how it goes.
All right. Hopefully that's a good game. Because if it's a good game,
Yeah.
I'll most likely play it.
Yeah. Yeah, play it.
Next game. We haven't had one of these in quite some time. Spider-Man. The new
Oh, yeah.
Spider-Man.
All right.
I'm looking forward.
So-
I haven't played Spider-Man since the PlayStation 1.
I know this is going to be an incredible game, not only because Spider-Man games tend to be pretty fun,
Yeah.
but it is made by one of my favorite gaming companies. Insomniac Games are making this, and if you guys don't know who they are, they've made the Ratchet and Clank games, and those are like my childhood, and I wish they would please continue to make them because they are amazing, and I love Ratchet and Clank, but they made Ratchet and Clank, and anytime they make... There is not a single Ratchet and Clank that has disappointed me. And any other game, like they've made Sunset Overdrive, which was an exclusive to Xbox One, so unfortunately I haven't been able to play that.
I
but
played
I heard that game was
on
incredible.
VR.
Yeah, oh wow. Well, I would imagine it was incredible because I know that they know how to make games, and I would imagine this new Spider-Man will not disappoint at all. And from what I've seen of it, it looks incredible. Like,
Yeah.
he's falling off of
really
a
good.
skyscraper or something. It's just big destruction. I don't know. It looked crazy when I saw it. But
So Spider-Man's gonna be a good hit for 2018, in my opinion.
yeah,
So
definitely.
we're looking forward to COD 2018. We don't know what it's gonna be. I feel like I can guarantee it's gonna be boots on the ground.
Yeah, I know. Honestly,
I heard it was
this
gonna
would
be
be
a modern game, kind of like
I was
kind of
about
like
to
Modern
say,
Warfare, just
we've
more modern.
never seen, from my knowledge, right? We've never seen a Treyarch game go modern
Yeah,
in
we
the Call of
haven't.
Duty franchise. So this would be very interesting. And like I said, they are the ones who are really leading it in Call of Duty games so
I
far.
think
As of lately. So,
Yeah.
like, I really hope that they do it modern, because, it would be fun to have another World at War type game, but we just had it this year, so maybe modern, right?
Yeah.
And since they really know how to nail modern games, I would imagine that they're going to do a great job with it, and I really hope that, I don't know, I hope that, seeing modern zombies like that would be pretty interesting.
that would be cool.
I don't know. I'm looking forward to it. It's Treyarch.
All
They
right.
haven't let us down yet. I
I'll-
mean, the
I'll-
story mode was complete garbage of Black Ops 3. That's all I'm saying. But
Dude, that
That's
was
the worst.
the most
It was,
confusing thing. I had to look up
yeah.
like what the ending meant. That was
it
how
was
bad
just
it was.
weird. It was weird.
All right, so
Anyway,
boots on the ground, most likely guaranteed. If not,
yeah.
Treyarch, you might as well go over there with frickin' Infinity Ward because Sledgehammer's gonna take over.
Yeah.
I put down two
wait,
games.
real quick. Did you hear about this? There have been like rumors of them making Modern Warfare 2 remastered.
Yeah, I heard about that.
That'd be pretty interesting.
I heard
don't know, I
that
just
it
wanted to
might
bring it
come
up.
out with the next COD.
Yeah. So that'd be cool to see. Honestly,
Yeah.
I would definitely buy it just for that. Honestly, that was some of my greatest memories
Yeah.
on Call of Duty have come from that game. So yeah,
All right.
we'll see how it goes.
I got two more games. We got Days Gone. That's a zombies game, and it's an like extreme zombies game, and I'm just excited for that.
Yep.
And the last one is A Way Out. You have to play with either someone at your house or a friend online, and it's your two people in
You know what's
prison,
cool about that though?
and you have to like figure out a way to escape prison. I think that was a really cool idea, and it's gonna be a good story from what I've seen.
Apparently, with that game, if you buy it, you get like a code to give to one of your friends so that they could just download it for free or something, so that they could play it with you.
Yeah, they don't even have to, like, they said that when they presented the game. They don't even have to buy the game. You can just play with them.
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
I think that's
I
cool.
don't know. Yeah, I don't know. But you missed one. You missed a game. So,
What game?
The Last of Us 2, right?
Oh,
Isn't that
hell
coming
yeah.
out next year?
Yeah, that's coming out next year.
So, yeah, I don't know. Last of Us 1 was... I don't really want to spoil the ending.
It was
I mean,
good.
you know it,
It was good.
but
It was an amazing
I was
game.
kind of disappointed with the ending, though. The game was amazing, but the ending kind of left me like, eh. Because, I mean, maybe just because I only beat it once and I didn't really get to understand it, but from what I got, like, what's her name, Ellie, she was kind of like, okay, at the end. You know what I mean? Her reaction to, like...
overall, the game was great, and I know they're
it was great.
They're going to do a good job on the second one.
Yeah, it was very, pulled some emotions a lot of times, definitely, because... If you've seen it, you know. I mean, it was a great game. Definitely. It's one of, like, I'm pretty sure it's an exclusive, right? To PlayStation?
Yeah, it's a PlayStation exclusive.
Yeah, so it's like one of the faces of PlayStation, right?
Yeah,
like
now it is. It's up there with Crash.
Crash and everything,
and Spyro.
Yeah. Oh, I miss Spyro. I really do. That was a good game.
That's a good game, man. Alright,
yeah, there's some good ones.
To finish off this podcast, we're going to talk about how things are going with our channels and possible plans for the future. So, Devin, would you like to go first?
Yeah, I mean, 2016, let's go there real quick. So, you know, we got into this whole big drama, and, you know, it was like kind of a low. Like 2016 was actually one of the worst years I ever had. Not even because of the drama and stuff, but it was just like,
well, you graduated high school.
Well, yeah, but like there was just a lot of things that were happening that were really like, I don't know. I don't really feel like talking about it, but like a lot of bad things happened, and but towards the end of the year, I started to see growth because Skyrim released mods before Fallout, right? So I started on Skyrim mods, and I've always wanted to show off mods ever since I saw people like playing through them back in like 2011 on Fallout New Vegas. I've always wanted to show them off. I've always felt like a passion, like one day I'm going to do this, right? And you know, like I felt driven. Like they came out and I just wanted to do it, and I didn't care if anyone watched it. I was going to keep uploading it regardless if I had an audience or not. And it started to grow. I started to gain an audience, and then Fallout 4 released the mods, and although it was a shitty situation and like, yeah, the mods are limited, you know, and for those of you who are watching that maybe for my channel, like I've said it before, I do plan on going to PC mods, and you know, I may not stop doing PS4 mods as well, but I want to continue to do PC mods because obviously there's no restrictions on there. But you know, I've always felt a passion, and I've seen growth. I've seen my channel grow from it, and obviously I've gotten lazy and I've stopped uploading a little bit, so obviously my channel hasn't grown as much as it could be.
Alright, let's be honest. Like, it's not just you.
Yeah, we've all gotten lazy, but I don't know, I guess I'm really grateful for, like, because it went into 2017, and the beginning of it and the middle of it, pretty much, it was going good, you know, and I've seen growth. I've created sort of like a community, a lot of great viewers that still stick around after I took like a 4-month break. You know,
if you're watching, you know who you are.
Yeah, and I don't know, I really do thank all of them that watch my videos and support me still. It's just amazing to see, you know, a community. I don't know, you start something and it's just, they like what you make.
It's a good feeling.
It's weird. It's awesome. Feeling. Yeah, it's cool, so that's really all I have to say.
Alright, so really, my channel, not much has been going down. I think I've gained maybe 200 and something subs in 2017 hasn't gone good. I was consistent at the beginning of the year, and then once I graduated high school, it just like went downhill. But I'm just trying to pick it back up. You know, trying to keep her going. I want to try to get this boy over here, Mr. Dballer. Try to get him on the channel more. Have, you know, videos of me and him doing something, kind of like we used to do back in the day. I think that would be it'd be good, and it'd feel good. I might do something with one of my old channels. I don't know, for the future. So we'll have to see. That's what I'm just gonna leave it at that. So, Devin, I just want to thank you for coming in for the podcast.
No problem.
I hope you had a grand old time talking about some gaming stuff and fulfilled a dream that you have wanted to do a podcast.
I wanted to start a podcast for a while, and I mean, I'm probably going to start one on my channel in the future. Far from now, not anytime soon, I don't think, but it's always been something on my mind. I might appear on here a little more, who knows?
Yeah, if you want to come on here, just let me know. Tell me when, and I got you.
But yeah, you know, like a thing that I've always said too is that, like, and I've told everyone this, that's a friend of mine, like, I want to see them succeed. Like, obviously, if I'm doing good, I want to help them out, because you always see it. Like, you always have people on YouTube that, you know, they make something for themselves, and maybe their friends want that, and you want to help them out and stuff, and there's that team, you know, you feel like there's a team. And you know, if I can shout someone out or help someone out with their channel, I've tried it before, and I'll keep doing it. Like, I want to see my friends get where I'm at as well in the future. Like, obviously, you know, I always say I'm not a huge channel, obviously, but I want to see, like, you know, growth on my channel has happened. I want to also see that with my friends, you know what I mean? And because, you know, I want a community to form for everyone. It would be great, you know? And hopefully that could happen with you, you know what I mean? So
hopefully, we'll see.
If any of my viewers are watching this, subscribe to him. We'll see how it goes in the future.
So thank you, Devin, for joining in. If you guys haven't already, go subscribe to this goober. I'll put all of his links in the description down below. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace out.